Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about the movie Revolver. This is a Guy Ritchie film. Guy has sort of fell off for me the past 8 years or so. I really did not like King Arthur. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was okay. It wasn't my type of movie, and I sort of stopped after that. I may watch The Wrath of Man later, though. I heard that one's pretty good. So, if you don't know Guy Ritchie, he did movies like Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. He was married to Madonna at one point, so I believe some of her Kabbalah religion is dripping into this film, but this is one of my favorite movies, and I wanted to just talk about it a little bit. So, Revolver stars Jason Statham, but it isn't an action movie by any means. He is a con who gets out of prison and starts ripping off this big-time casino owner, mob boss type of henchman, Ray Liotta. And while he's doing this, he starts to get sick. And I'm not really spoiling much, this is the beginning of the film. He starts to get sick, and he meets these two guys who pretty much tell him if he helps them, they'll help him, but they're going to have to use his money and sort of fleece him for this. The story is much more involved than that, and the main point of the story is everyone's ego and how you're fighting against yourself when you make decisions or do things, and your ego's in the back of your mind kind of chirping at you, and you have to decide, do I go with my ego or do I go with the other way? And, you know, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. I'm sort of underplaying the film because it's not a straightforward movie. It's one of those movies that it's shot very well. It's very cool and stylish. Again, sort of like something like Snatch in a way. So you can definitely tell it's a Guy Ritchie movie, but I'm underplaying the symbolism and the ambiguity of the film that I think you should really watch for yourself. So that's why I don't want to say too much past saying that the film is about your inner ego. There are some characters that may actually not be real, maybe more of a ego, super ego type of thing. You got Big Pussy from The Sopranos, and you have who's Vincent and Andre Benjamin, who's Andre 3000 from Outcast, who I like a lot. It's a weird one, and admittedly, after you watch it maybe twice, and you get what's going on, and you read things online, and you sort of understand what happened, it takes a little bit away from the film, not a lot, but I just watched it again today, and I still love it, but because I know what to expect and I know what happens, it drops down a little bit. It's still a favorite of mine. It's just not as impactful as it was when I first saw it. This was one of the only films that I remember watching, loving it so much that I watched it again on repeat because I just thought it was so interesting to try and pinpoint things and figure out what everything means. Anyway, he gets involved with all this crazy stuff with Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta starts getting ripped off and he doesn't know who's doing it. And Jason Statham is involved and these other two guys are involved. And then he becomes a loan shark with these two guys and they're loaning out Jason Statham's money to provide him that he won't die from this illness he has. And there's lots of intricacies and nuances to it all. The movie's about 2 hours. If you watch the American cut, it's 10 minutes shorter. The ending isn't as good, but the movie's a little more streamlined, a little more straightforward. This is the German Blu-ray, which for some reason I can't get to work now, even though in the past I've watched it. I think it depends on the Blu-ray player I use. This one is uncut. So really, I recommend the international version. It's a little longer, but it definitely, I feel like, fleshes out the film more, and the ending is better. So both are very good, but you have to kind of decide, pick your poison on these. If you're into Guy Ritchie films and you like thought-provoking movies, I would recommend Revolver. If you want an action movie or you want comedy with that kind of action like Snatch or Lock, Stock or Rock and Roller, which was very good, this is definitely different than those, but I really appreciate it. So maybe you will too. Let me know, guys, if you've seen Revolver. It didn't get the best reviews, admittedly, but it's definitely a favorite of mine. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.